ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Charlie here for Forever Football DRFC, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel. It is Daily Reports today, and there's really only one story to talk about, and I think you guys probably know at this point the story. It is, of course, the future of Omar Bogle at the football club. So we're going to go through a couple of articles explaining the recent state and stance on the situation. Speak about some other key details as well from various different sources, and just share my overall thoughts about what I think could be best for the football club and what I think the best scenario is for the club. So, before we get started, guys, please like the video if you loved it, comment down below your thoughts and opinions, subscribe if you are new around here, click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video, and we're going to get straight into this particular news update. So we're going to start off with what we believe to be the stance on the situation as it stands. So, with Omar Bogle, basically he's rejected the chance to move away from the club. He's yet to, now Wellens is yet to give up hope on he's not giving up hope on bringing in a renowned League One striker. He's been chasing for the club. He's made no secret of the need to move out of favour Omar Bogle on from the club in order to free up funds to bring in his target. Bogle has rejected opportunities to join a pair of League Two clubs. Now there's reports going around that Swindon was one of them, Bradford was rumoured to be another, but there was also talk of Scunthorpe being involved for some reason. Hampering hopes of securing the new arrival with the transfer window set to close next Tuesday. But Wellens is not ready to concede defeat in the chase. Now, he said, we'll wait and see and we'll try and manoeuvre a couple of other things. It's not ideal, but we will see what happens. His primary focus in recruitment now will turn to securing a pair of free loans to add some much-needed depth to his injury-ravaged squad. He said we'll be trying to get a couple of free loans this week, just for numbers. Taylor and Hawula are progressing well, and they could be potentially back in 1 or 2 weeks. Now, Wellens has previously stated his hopes to bring in a striker and winger before the closing of the window, but now says he will explore all options that could boost his attacking ranks. He said if a really good attacking midfielder comes up who can play wide and is free, then we might have to take that. At the moment, there's no free wingers available. There is, but there is such quality that we waste time getting them in. At the moment, we're shopping at Harrods with Aldi money. That's a very crucial statement. We are shopping at Harrods with Aldi money. That's a very, very powerful statement. Now, they're awaiting news on the severity of the ankle injury to Tom Anderson. A lengthy absence would leave Rovers short of cover in defence, but Wellens will not be looking to add reinforcements at the back at this stage, with the focus firmly on the other end of the pitch. He said, I've got no money. If I had any money at all, it'll go towards a striker. My team is functioning. Defensively, my team is functioning. My midfield looks really good. If there's any money, I'll only be focusing on the attacking area of my team. Now, in terms of Omar Bogle's future at the club after the striker rejected the chance to move, Wellens' statement is, we'll see how it goes. Wellens has told Bogle he does not see him in his plans for the season and has urged him to accept one of 2 offers from League Two clubs that came in last week. But the 29-year-old has told Rovers he does not want to leave for the offers on the table. That's very specific to me to say. He doesn't want to leave for the offers on the table. If any more offers come in, that could be a different story. So Wellens does not foresee having a change of heart over Bogle's potential contributions, but will keep an open mind. He said to the Free Press he's been at the club for quite a period of time and the goal return hasn't been great. I've watched him over 3 or 4 games now. He's not had any chances. The runs that we want him to make aren't there. He'll just come in and train and we'll see how it goes. Now, the contract will expire at the end of the season. He joined Rovers from Charlton Athletic in January and has made 21 appearances, scoring 2 goals. The Rover boss admitted he was baffled by Bogle's stance on remaining with the club despite being told he will not be involved. Now, Wellens' statement to the Free Press on this particular part of the situation was this: I just don't get why players, when you tell them they're free to move on and they want to stay at the club. I've been in that position at the club. Darren Ferguson pulled me into the office and said, you're 36, 37 now, we don't want you. I couldn't wait to get out the door. It wasn't a slight on the club, I just wanted to play. I understand the big boys at Premier League clubs who are on 100k a week, 100,000k a week, and no one else is going to give them that. I get that. It is what it is. Now, Bogle may be getting an immediate opportunity to begin working his way back into Wellens' plans, with Chakir unlikely to be risked during today's clash with Stoke City in the Carabao Cup, leaving Bogle as his only fit available striker. On whether Bogle will be involved, Wellens has said, was he in my thinking? No. Now Thiago is injured and he shrugs his shoulders during the press conference. So, obviously, it's a very, very complex situation right now. Now, you've got to think, Omar Bogle is probably earning 2 or 3k a week. That's probably going to be his wage. I mean, there's rumours that that is his wage, and other fans have stated in their tweets on social media that he's probably earning between 2 or 3k a week. So let's just go on that basis. He's earning 2 or 3k a week. Obviously, you know, there's no confirmed reason as to why he's staying. Well, at least for now. Some fans have said, well, it's money. You know, surely his agent wants a higher. Surely his agents put a higher wage price on the clubs that were after him, and the clubs have said no. And some fans blame Bogle's agent. Some fans blame the player because they think, oh, he's just here for the money and that's it. He just wants to see out his contract and not let the club succeed. Very harsh from fans, but again, I can get why they're upset because they think, you know, the situation basically is we move Bogle on, we bring in a striker, whoever that is. So, like I said, we don't even know who this well-renowned League One striker is. Many people have already guessed it could be Will Grigg. We don't know that for sure yet. Obviously, we now have to look at a pair of free loans. We'll have to secure that before deadline day. Why do I get the feeling, though, that this Bogle situation could run on to deadline day? I've just got this feeling. So, it's a weird one. It's a weird one for me. Really, really weird one. See, Bogle's attacking output since he's been here hasn't been the greatest. I'll be the first to admit that. I've always had faith in him, that he could come good at some point. And to be fair, in pre-season, he was improving a little. So, you know, there were signs that maybe he could do something, especially scoring that goal against Newcastle in pre-season. Yes, it's pre-season, but there was that sign that maybe he could get into the right positions and he could put his scoring boots on. And then, I don't know, and then Chakir started getting more and more game time. There was less of Bogle. Then against Portsmouth recently, he wasn't even on the bench. So we got the rumours about Omar Bogle leaving, or, I mean, I put it down to injury at first, but then I sort of heard rumours about him leaving when he wasn't on the bench, and I was like, oh, maybe he is leaving. So it's a weird one. In terms of the clubs that are interested, I mean, apparently Hull was mentioned. I mean, it's not a pair of League Two clubs, but that's not involved in the League Two clubs criteria, the pair of League Two clubs, but there was rumours about Hull getting him, but again, I don't understand that. There was rumours of Bradford, but then Derek Adams came out with a statement and said we never even put a bid in for him. So then you're left with Swindon, and I think Scunthorpe was mentioned a couple of times. Again, there's that. It's a weird one for me. Really weird situation. But in terms of what we do now, I think Alan Nixon, the journalist, put it on Twitter. Basically, the only real option now is to probably pay him off. And he said it would be hard in the short term, but in the long term, you can still bring in the striker that you want and it will be more longer term success. So, Alan Nixon probably thinks it's up to Doncaster to pay him off, to pay him off to terminate his contract. Again, you know, can we afford the payoff? I'm not too sure. And it's a weird one for me. I don't want to think that Bogle's here just for the money and just doesn't want to, you know, see the club succeed, because I'm sure he wants the club to succeed. I'm sure he's a lovely guy. You know, I spoke to him a couple of times. He's a great guy. But again, it's a very complex situation. This is what a Premier League player would do. You know, if they're earning a load of money at a Premier League club and they're being told they're not in the plans, but they refuse to leave because they're on a certain sum of money or because they'd rather relax at the time and not really earn their way back into the squad. It feels like that kind of Premier League situation, but a lower league version. So, I mean, comment down below what you guys think we should do. Do you think we should risk the money shortage and just put the extra funds in to pay off Bogle and terminate his contract so we can bring in this League One striker as well as the 2 free loans? Should we do that? Or do we do what I think we could do if nothing happens before or even after deadline day and that is we let Bogle run down his contract and he walks for free in the summer. I mean, is that what we're going to have to do? Because we can't afford his payoff, and the board, if the board can't physically put any more funds in to help towards the payoff, or can't physically put any more funds in to support the transfer of a League One striker to replace him, then it's a weird one for me. If the board can't put any funds in, if they physically can't put any funds in because of whatever reason, we can't really do much about that. We're not the richest club in the world. Like Wellens said, we're shopping in Harrods with Aldi money at the moment. So we've got to focus on working in the restraints that we've got to work around. And then the more financially stable we get, the bigger our player budget will get every year. The bigger our transfer budget will be every year once we're more financially stable and there's less to pay off to put more people in terms of debts. So it takes loads to run a football club. So you've got to think, realistically, we're still going to pay off some people, and the more financially stable we are in the short term, then the more longer term we will push and we will be ambitious, and the more we will provide funds for more transfers. So you've got to think it on that regard. It's going to have to take some time to be more financially stable and then push to be more ambitious. So the board can't do any more than they already have done. They've backed the manager wonderfully this season so far. It's just got to the point where most of the budget's gone into key signings to support the back line. So, the back line, the defence and the midfield was our focus this season. Next season, the focus will be attack, permanent signings, and replacing loans with permanent signings, hopefully. So, like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day. A rebuild wasn't done in 12 months. It's going to have to take a couple of transfer windows to get the whole team sorted. We've done, I'd say, 50% of the job in this window, and whether it's January or the next summer, the other 50% will hopefully get done. So, if Bogle doesn't leave in this window, he won't leave in January, in my opinion. I think the situation will be we will let his contract run down, and he will walk for free in the summer. I think whatever happens, if he's staying, we will not sign him up to a brand new contract. He will absolutely, in my opinion, be one of the players that leaves for free in the summer. Absolutely 100%, no doubts about that. So Bogle will leave next season anyway for free, because I think that's what's going to happen. He's not in the manager's plans. He's rejected to move. He's basically earning 2 or 3k a week just to sit on the bench and do nothing unless he gets played, unless we have to. And he will walk for free in the summer. No doubts about that. If we do sign him up to a new contract, why? Just why? What would be the point in signing Bogle to a new contract in the summer? So I think Bogle will walk for free anyway. But if we can put the extra funds in to pay him off and let him walk now, then if the board can do that, then I would recommend they do that, because why keep a player that doesn't want to be here? I think it just creates a detrimental effect to the morale and the chemistry of the squad. So if Bogle doesn't want to be here and the board have got the extra funds to help pay him off and let him walk now, do it, in my opinion. Do it. If you haven't got the funds available to do that, we let him walk for free in next season. And like I said, a rebuild is going to take a couple of windows. So the next window, when Bogle walks for free, we will bring in that replacement striker. If it's not done this window, it'll be next summer. And like I said, that'll be the second year of the rebuild. So think of it as 2 or 3 transfer windows to get this club where it needs to be. So that's my stance on the situation. I mean, if it was up to me out of the two, like I said, if the board have the funds to pay him off and terminate his contract, do it. Because we don't want to keep a player that doesn't want to be here. Same with Ed Williams. If you can have the funds in, the extra little funds to pay off Williams and Bogle, do it. And then bring in the reinforcements in rapid time before Rotherham on Saturday. Whether it's a couple of free loans and a couple of permanents or whatever. Then next season, the second summer window, we bring in the replacements. It's going to have to be a 2-window job here. 2 or 3 window job. So there we go, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching this daily report. Sorry it's a bit of a long one. I sort of wanted to put my stance on this situation. But make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss another video. Stay tuned for the Stoke City review tonight. And for now, I'm Aaron Chandler from Forever Football DRFC. Keep living the Rovers life. Comment down below what you think we should do in this situation, funds or not. And I'll see you guys for the Stoke review tonight. Thank you very much. Have a Rovers day.